What's up, y'all? I'm in such a good mood today, y'all. It is fall outside. It's 69 degrees. It's fall. It's supposed to be warmer this week, but for right now, it feels so good and I'm loving it. I'm also loving my skin. Look at this natural, glow. That's my products. I told y'all I was starting a business, so I've been doing some skin care stuff, and that's the business. So I'll tell y'all more about that later. But for right now, I was getting on and I was in thought, and I got to thinking about how forgiveness is so important in life, period. When I started this journey, it made me go back to the very first thoughts that I had about my life, which were like my childhood, like my son's age. He's 1, about to be 2, and my toddler stages of life. And I don't think I can remember back to 1, but 3 definitely. And I just got to thinking about the things that I used to see back then and the things that used to happen to me back then, and it brought me, through my whole life. And I started just thinking about it all. And as I started reliving those memories, I started seeing them from a different perspective. I'm 27 years old. I'm a grown woman. I'm not a kid anymore. So my heart started hurting for that little girl. It was almost like I could picture my son or the kids I watch or just whatever, like them being put in those situations, and it started making me have a lot of hate in my heart towards a lot of people in my life. Not necessarily people in my life now, but who were in my life then, and people in my life now too. And not even just like the kid stage of my life, the teenage, the early adulthood, like all of the stages of my life had people that I just started really having a sour feeling about. And where I'm at now in the journey, I'm working on forgiveness, okay? And I've been working on forgiveness for quite a few months. But the key to forgiveness is forgiving yourself first. You have to forgive yourself for the things that you've done if you ever want to forgive anybody else for anything that they've done. Because the sad truth about it is people who hurt you are hurting or who have been hurt. And you got to really put that into perspective when you come to thinking about yourself. If you're out here hurting folks, you're doing that for a reason. Like, you're hurting and you might not even know it. And if you don't know it, then they definitely don't know it when they're hurting you. So, and I mean, they might know. There are people that definitely do stuff on purpose, but they not a lot of times people, I don't think, realize they are hurting. They push everything they've been through to the back burner because life just keeps going, and you can't just walk around dwelling about what happened to you when you were 3 or what happened to you when you were 7 or 12 or 20 or whatever. You got to keep going. So we don't give ourselves the opportunity to sit in the feelings of our situations and explore them before we move forward. So we end up harboring that pain, and it comes out in other ways. So it's key to forgive yourself for the things you've done to others. Forgive yourself for the things that you've done to yourself and the situations you've put yourself in. And forgive yourself for what you didn't know. That quote, ignorance is bliss. It is, because once you realize new things, once you learn new things, it makes you have to look back on how you have been thinking about something, and you're like, damn, I was tripping. At least that's what it was for me. So forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself is the first step to forgiveness. And then once you've forgiven yourself, you need to go back and find a way to forgive those who have done something to you or who have contributed to the pain that you experienced. And That's trying as hell, okay? And I'm to the point where I can forgive everybody. I've forgiven anybody and everybody who's ever wronged me. I truly have forgiven them in my heart. There ain't no animosity in my heart about nothing. But what I struggle with is acceptance. Acceptance and forgiveness are not the same thing. I can forgive you. Accepting you, accepting somebody without seeing change is hard. So that's what I'm working on. But in the meantime, I want y'all to focus on the forgiveness part. And shoot, let me know if you know how to do the acceptance part too. Because, you know, some would say that you need to accept to be able to forgive. And I can accept the situations. I can accept that you have damage. I can accept that it is what it is. And I can forgive the issue. But it's hard for me to accept those people back in my life. And not everybody's meant to come back in your life. But there are people that hurt us, that are near and dear to us, that we don't want to let go. And you have to somehow figure out how to accept them back with the forgiveness in your heart. Do you feel me? So that's where I'm at right now. And it's key for you to just learn about forgiveness. I've been reading a book, the same book, for like a month now, y'all. It's been taking me forever to read just because I'm busy. And I only read every, I don't know, couple minutes a day. I don't really do much because I got other stuff to do. But it's a book. He's talking about forgiveness. It's called, I don't remember what it's called. The Greatest You. It's called The Greatest You by Trent Shelton. And he talks a lot about forgiveness throughout the book. And I've just been applying what he's been saying and working through it. I'm stuck right now, though, because he's at a part talking about how you don't have to let people back in your life who you've forgiven. And I'm like, damn, shawty, I'm trying to, though. Not all of them, just few people. So, I don't know. I'm working on that, and I'm sure going to let y'all know when I come up with something. So, I hope that y'all amazing. I hope that y'all enjoying this fine weather. I hope that y'all have an amazing day. I love y'all. Stay up, stay blessed, stay woke.